Hey. Okay. Here we go. All right, all right, all right. I've been looking at the screen, for too long. My eyes are starting to hurt me. Well, they're getting dry. I guess this is what people who wear glasses, this is what y'all go through. This is new to me. Yeah, I know I scheduled it for later, but I decided, you know what? Before I shut it down for the morning, because I got a bunch of content to create. I got a bunch of stuff going on. There's a bunch of distraction online, there's a bunch of craziness online, and anytime they start hurling like, you know, tons of hippopotamus crap at high speed at my name, I have to start asking why. And usually it's because they're trying to create a diversion. Like if I am on the verge of really, 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 and I mean really, 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 I'm in the dark. This is me, ominous. Ooh, isn't it scary? If I am on the verge of blowing up somebody's spot that they don't want spot blown up, they usually like get like Voltron to come out. You know what I mean? Or the Transformers and Decepticons unleash or some crap. I thought it was weird though when I was looking through the filters and the different little filter apps that they had. They got a bunch of Dragon Ball Z stuff on the app stores now. Like they got they Goku everywhere. And honestly, it's giving me hives. And for those of you who know, I am traumatized by Dragon Ball Z because my first husband was addicted to it. I mean, he mixed Dragon Ball Z and corn with a P and cereal like first thing in the morning. Like he would watch corn, he would watch Dragon Ball Z, and he would, do things to himself and have cereal. It was very, very, very traumatizing. It got to the point where I couldn't even stand to hear the name Goku. Yeah, it was very traumatizing. Hey, Micken, thank you. Yeah, so it was just, if you know, you know. I can't hear about a Super Saiyan. I can't hear about Dragon Balls. I can't hear, especially not no damn Goku. I heard it in English. I heard it in Japanese. I heard it in all kinds of stuff. Like I can't do Dragon Ball Z. So anyway, now it's on YouTube. I think they're really trying to run me off YouTube because they know, everyone knows, or at least should know by now, that I am Dragon Ball Z PTSD triggered and affected. Um, so yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, what I want to know. Now, as you can see on the screen, I've started doing my research, and I'm doing a general basic online research to start because, and please guys, as you come into the room, don't forget to like, don't don't forget to like. I know I'm not very clear. This is me, Jaguar, coming from the ether. Ah, ghost in the machine, whatever. Okay? You know who it is. I'm trying, I'm going to get to the bottom of this big homie conundrum. Because see, this is the thing. I've been in too many online beefs or online disagreements with people who I can't even verify as real people. Like there's somebody that's been online now for the past couple of years who refuses to be anything other than anonymous because they do so much terrible crap to people that they're afraid that someone's going to unalive them. Like that's anonymous and yet have cloned my voice, had me swatted, done all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many weird people. Half of the people, like even my old moderators who were nothing but spies, who were working for the enemy all along, pretending to be supporters, pretending to care, or whatever the case may be. And you want to know what's so funny now? The old moderators, guess what their new story is? That I was mentally ill all along, and they were trying to help a mentally ill friend, and and they were trying to look out for me. Bolshevik bullshits. Like, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts how everyone is constantly trying to evade what they're doing online, and how they're constantly just like changing the narrative over and over and over and over again. I mean, it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. For those who like are photosensitive, I'm not going to jump into the screen unless I'm going to turn on some lighting. Because that might freak some people out. Stranger Things vibes. You know, don't want anyone to think that I'm broadcasting from the upside down. Grand Rising. No, but seriously though, oh, well, yeah, listen to me. I have been through hell. I'm telling you, those old moderators, it's like really crazy, especially when I acknowledge the fact that they were literally spying on my personal life. I didn't even get a chance to come out and say, hey, I'm dating someone new, or hey, I'm in a relationship. I didn't get a chance to do any of that. Want to know why? Because my moderators were busy listening to everything that I said in the chats on Instagram, which is why I no longer participate in moderator chats. Like, they totally ruined it for me. Um, Anyone who's, yeah, they would sit there, and then they would go and they would give the information to the people who were trolling on me and spying on me. So next thing you know, I'm seeing all kinds of information about the person that I'm spending time with. um you know what I mean? Like, especially like when it's early on, like when you're in that, I don't know if this is what I'm going to do. I know I like this person, but I don't know if this is what I'm doing. I don't think I want to go public. No, they would just, start blabbering names, blathering out names, just all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. Imagine moderators that snitch you out, especially when they're running to your enemies who stalk and harass you to tell you things. I'm sure they want people to believe that I'm mentally ill. But you know what the problem is with that? They're running into legal and libel conversation, because, see, you can't just say someone is mentally ill without having proof of it. There's no proof. Now, what there is proof of is my psych eval that I passed, proving that I'm sane, just like I proved every time they tried to shove me in mental hospitals. And I'm I'm too bright. Even when they stuck me full of pharmaceuticals, I was still too bright for them to make me mentally ill. So, and guys, please don't forget to hit the like. It's me. It's definitely me. Um, oh no, you haven't missed much at all. No, but so like I was saying, I've dealt with so many people, even those moderators. Most of them, I don't even know their real names. I don't even know their real names. I have no idea who they are. Not at all. Not at all. They come in with their screen names, and they give the screen names, but they don't ever give their real names. Well, Micken, we're going to get to the bottom of that. We're going to get to the bottom of that. I am now committed. See, the problem with these online terrorists and these online bad actors are. You get online, you get to give whatever name that you get to give. And people get used to calling you that. There are people who are online with other people's names. Like, for instance, Big Homie CC, this big homie guy from MMA. There's a lot of crossover there. And what it does is it creates an element of confusion because Big Homie CC's name isn't Emmanuel. But there were people that were running around, they were kicking that out there, but not the same guy. Not the same guy at all. And as I start to dig a little deeper, but what I do find interesting is if you look here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see it says, look for his other name, Big Homie CC, and you'll see him on other platforms like YouTube or Twitch for best results. So yeah, like, how am I going to argue with a guy or go back and forth with a guy or even have any kind of discord with someone and I don't even know their real name? He knows my real name. Everyone knows my real name. They doxed me, so everyone would know my real name. People know my full name, my middle name. I mean, they were using my middle name to have me stalked in real life. They were doing the most. They've done so much. They know so much about me. But when I go and I go to research Big Homie CC, and someone put in the chat that they love Big Homie CC and whatever, and that's great. Like I said, my ex-husband, he probably still is in love with Goku. You can love whatever character you like. It doesn't make them anything more than a character. I mean, if I go and I put first Big Homie CC video. The first video featuring Big Homie CC that brought him widespread attention appears to be his interview on the No Jumper YouTube channel titled Big Homie CC on Coming Up in Chicago, the Dark Side of Working Security, and his many ops and more. This lengthy video was published on September 2nd, 2024. This was right before the diddler was taken into custody. Right around the time he was about to leave Miami and go to New York and prepare for possible indictment. He didn't know what was going on, but this was right before then. This lengthy interview was published on September 2nd, 2024, and covers his early life in Chicago, his career in security, and his reasons for starting to do interviews. It served as an introduction for many people to his story and perspective. His current personal YouTube channel, Big Homie, appears to focus more on his music. With earlier videos like Big Homie Dre Cash, first name, last name, official video. Published in February 2023. However, his interviews on other channels are what initially went viral and gained significant traction. I mean, there's all kinds of people dropping off all kinds of comments. What is this? What is this? These people is saying. CC says you're guilty, Jag. He definitely said you were there in the car. I was wearing what car? In your current live, but not a member, so can't. uh, no, I'm talking about Yin Yang 6496. Just left a comment on the Big Homie Don't Say That video. And it was a play. It was a play. Like the title of the video, it was a play on words. You know, like when I'm going back to In Living Color. I mean, you guys watched In Living Color. You guys know all about In Living Color. And In Living Color. And they had that whole segment, Homie Don't Play That. Homie Don't Play That. Well, see, the members only video is titled, Homie Don't Play That. But the video clip that I made for the public, that's available for the public, if they want to hear the rest of the video, they can just grab a membership and they can come over and hear the whole damn thing. I don't know. For you members who were just there watching the members only video, put a 1 in the chat if you think anybody who's interested, like Yin Yang 6496, if you think that they should get a membership so they can come and hear the whole conversation. Interesting. You know what? Let me send Yin Yang a comment. We're live now. Please stop by and tell us all about what CC has to say. Because, see, the more talking CC does, especially if he's calling me guilty of things and saying things and doing things, I mean, he might be making himself liable for a lot. Like a lot. And the more I think about it, that video was up and that video got 75,000 views. It's not a lot of views, but I don't know. Guys, a full top tier is what that would be lovely, wouldn't it, Michael? Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think Cam Capone should pay me for that video. You know, because nobody paid me and I didn't even know I was showing up. I mean, like the simple fact that the video was up and I wasn't even paid and he was trying to line me up and like I think it's just, well, Big Homie CC gets $10,000 for interviews. I mean, that's what he brags about. That's what he said. You know, that's the funny thing. Everyone is sitting here and they're tripping off on me. And they're saying all kinds of things, like all kinds of things. But free content and you want to disparage me all in the same night when you were trying to line me up? Oh, man, that's just not cool. It's not cool. It's not okay. It's not. It's not. How you gonna line me up and not pay me? That's just mean. It's just mean-spirited. You know? You know what? I'm gonna heart it just so Yin Yang doesn't miss it. Come on over, Yin Yang. You know, that's funny because I was over at Set in the West and I was looking at I don't know, all these comments are starting to come in now. It's kind of crazy. Kind of wild. Really wild. Woo! No, but uh, CC says you're guilty, Jag. He definitely said you were there in the car. In what car? Like they keep saying all of these crazy. Oh, great. You're here, Yin Yang. Fantastic. I'm going to take my heart back. Now that we know that you're here, Yin Yang, because you're in the comments, can you please tell us in full detail? Like, Big Homie CC said I was guilty about what? Since y'all like passing messages, let's get it for the record. The crazy thing is, you said he was a good man, and then he just changed on you, shaking my head. Well, see, this is the thing. I don't go for anybody's nuts or jugular until they give me a reason to. I don't do it. Nope. Nope. I give everyone grace. I treat everyone the way I want to be treated. That's what I do. See, the funny thing is he's not even being honest about the fact that he switched up on me not long after they got that video out of me. Yes, so Yin Yang, we are a members platform. So if you're not going to send a super chat with your, information, and you're not going to get a membership, you can just, drop the comment off. I'll read it. But I want to hear all about what Big Homie CC had to say about me being guilty. That I want to hear. I want to hear all about it. So yeah, like I said, I find it very interesting because they better look both ways before they cross my mind, baby. But that's the funny thing about it. Like, it was just out of nowhere. And then one day somebody came through a chat and said, Big Homie CC, Ron from the Atwood people, crazy guy. Really crazy guy. Came through, salute Chattanooga. Came through and said, Ron said Big Homie CC don't mess with you no more. He don't deal with you no more. And I'm like, why would he say that? Last I checked, we was cool. I didn't hear anything about it. Well, that's what Ron said. And I'm just like, for those of you who know, y'all know what happens to Ron every time he tries to get in that rope. Y'all know. If you know, you know. So, it's just wild to me because he did what every other troll who comes into my life looking for some crap and looking to find a way to line me up and stuff. He did the exact same thing they all do. Insisted on a meet. Insisted. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. Yin Yang, why are you leaving comments on the other channel? Why aren't you putting it over here? Okay, this is what Yin Yang said on the other video. He also said that you knew the fake police. He did say you were definitely 100% in the blue car. Funny though that he ran to Africa. I believe he's back, but He's saying it's for the indictments. I'm sorry, what blue car? Yin Yang, you gonna have to tell me something else now. What you mean? He also said you knew the fake police. What fake police? His stories are getting more fantastical by the moment. What are you talking about? Fake police, and I was in a blue car. What blue car? What blue car? I definitely didn't show up. I didn't show up to Look Who's Studios when I did that pod with him and that other guy Jag. I didn't show up in a blue car. Talking about funny, he ran to Africa. Yeah, he ran to Africa not long after that lawsuit came out that we both got mentioned in, that he guaranteed me I was going to be in that night at Look Who Studios when we filmed that pod, and he got the picture of me to give to the lawyer to put in the lawsuit so that they could name us both as Diddy whatevers. And because either he gave them the image or, I mean, I don't know. Someone gave them the image though. I don't think they just took a picture. Or maybe they did. Maybe Ariel Mitchell, because she was the lawyer that added us to the lawsuit. Maybe Ariel Mitchell went on Cam Capone's channel and just took the picture of me and Big Homie CC on the only time we've ever been photographed together in public, after he begged me to come to the studio to meet him because he wanted to talk to me about coming with him to do extraction work. And then he put me on the phone with the white woman, the lovely white woman who was the therapist from the jails, who wanted to get me an in-person meeting with Suge Knight so we could talk, and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, and yada, 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 and blase, blase, blah, and so on and so forth. And they wanted me to come to Mexico, which my producer said, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. We got 230 some odd people in the room. Can we get at least 200 more likes? That would be fantastic. Yin Yang, you're going to have to tell me more about this blue car. In your current live, but not a member, so can't comment. You can comment. I see the comments. But it says, but thank you, Jag, for always standing 10 toes down and letting no one or thing change your stories or who you are all these years. Yeah, well, yes, sweetie. Why would I thank you? Thank you for that acknowledgement. And no, what do you mean? And I'm still trying to understand this. Yin Yang, you gonna have to do a little bit better with what you got going on, Yin Yang. What blue car and what fake police? Because in my opinion, I really don't believe that nigga went anywhere. I don't believe that nigga was in Kenya. I don't believe that nigga left the state. What I do believe is that that nigga made sure that he did everything that he needed to do because, right, he's a fixer, right? He's a fixer. That's what he wants to call himself. And I think he just really laid low for a while. Because I'm telling you, it was like he couldn't wait to get back online after Diddy got sentenced. Like he came back and started doing interviews with a vengeance. You want to know what? He disappeared around the same time Adria English did, and Lamisha Fuller did, and Courtney Burgess did, and Chris Todd did, and Ariel Mitchell did. She didn't show back up until she went back on Pierce Morgan, looking like a very, very like an arthritic Harajuku Barbie. Mm-hmm. Diddy's going down. How do I feel about the Zeus Network thing? I don't. I think it's a terrible mistake. That's what I think. I think they should stop in the name of weed and smoke until you get some sense. That's what I think. Think it over. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, he did an interview from Kenya. Tell me something. Put a one in chat if during Big Homie CC's interview in Kenya, he actually showed that he was in Kenya. Like, did he show any scenery? Did he show any pictures? I mean, he's this big online sensation. He didn't do any interviews with any local radio stations there. I'm sure they would have loved to have had him, and he could have talked about the aliens with them. And he could have talked about how the aliens were still living in the pyramids in Egypt, in the pyramids of Giza. Oh, are y'all arguing? I remember I could ask whatever I want. I loved. Oh, Mickey. Y'all don't be up in here fighting. Listen to me. They can do whatever they want to do, but they cannot mute the truth. No, I'm just saying, I want somebody. Does anybody have any verifiable anything about anything regarding this guy? This CC person? Does anybody have anything? Do we got pictures? Do we got him dodging monkey crap or hippopotamus turds or kicking it with some giraffes? Do we got him on a? You telling me a guy like that went all the way to Kenya? He ain't going no kind of safari, no nothing. Where the pictures? Anybody seen any African pictures of him like in Africa? Eating a zebra steak, exactly, or an ostrich one. Ooh, there's nothing like a good ostrich steak. I'm telling you. Has anybody seen anything, or is the only thing to verify his time in Africa his mouth? You didn't know him until he started coming around me. You know what? That's true for a lot of people who come online. That's true for Mel Tucker. You all right. Y'all all right. Y'all don't get to fighting, no. I ain't gonna tell no grown people what to say to each other. Somebody, what baby girl Tay say? He a fraud. I realized that when him and Ron had a fake brotherhood saving moment on the Atwood show, pretending they had just saved so many lives. That was such an insult to survive. I know. They be playing in people's face. Ooh, 444. They be playing in people's faces. They be playing. They be playing heavy. They don't have no problem with. They was sitting over there playing. I'm telling you, they was over there playing K-pop demon slayers. Grown ass men playing make believe. Grown ass men. Which is why I stopped going over there. Which is why I won't go over there. You want to know what's even sadder? I honestly think that fallout that Ron and Sean Atwood had, I honestly think all of that happened just to see if I would come and sit with him again. Like he was coming over sitting with a dead bird trying to get information out of me. Like it was pathetic. And I talked to him a little bit, but yeah, nah. No. No. I ain't doing shh with y'all weirdos. No, but I'm just saying, how do we know that the big homie is the big homie? Hey, Yin Yang. Now tell us more about what big homie said. Tell us more. I I want to know. Whoa. Mm. I want to know. And guess what? I'm going to learn. Because before I get into a back and forth, I need to know more about this big homie CC. Now, what we just found out on the Google is that his first interview was on No Jumper. You want to know what I find interesting about that? No Jumper is alleged to be a fed up snitch platform. Apparently, that's what No Jumper be doing over there. They be snitching for the man. So when you think about the way Big Homie CC went after Loose Cannon, lined him up, he tried to do the same thing to me. He did. And I mean, if you listen to the interview, and guys, you know I posted that interview. Ooh, they over here in these comments. Quincy Hargrove say, number one, this photo was taken last year or in 2024. So how could this photo be from 2018? And two, Jaguar Wright was locked up in jail wrongfully in 2018 at the same time she was being accused of being at Diddy's house where the accuser said she was there. So how can any of the accusations towards her be true? Make it all make sense, please. Come on now, Quincy. Come on. Come on. I see you in the comments, Yin Yang. And I thank you for the super chat over here where we are. I'm just trying to understand. Big homie CC say what? What this fool say? I did what? See, I already knew he was suspect. But see, just because I know somebody's suspect don't mean that I'm going to call it right out. Oh, salute to Set in the West. I'm up to shit. Don't hate me. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this guy is running around saying all kinds of things. Okay, so there's somebody in the comments on the other video Set in the West, and it said that Big Homie CC, wait a minute, where's the first one? Okay, Big Homie CC says you're guilty, Jag. He definitely said you were there in the car. And so I asked for more details, right? And check this out, Wolfgang Amadeus. He also said you knew the fake police. He did say you were definitely 100% in the blue car. What blue car? Like, you can tell when people start like bringing up like weird facts that don't really line up to nothing. Like, it's strange. Well, I mean, all they do is gang politics because they over there snitching on gang. That's why, allegedly. Like, I don't know why people don't really get that these people online, like, for real, YouTube, Popo, in my opinion, allegedly. Popo. Like, the truth is, people should be terrified of being on this app, especially if you're posting content, because if you're not working for the man, you're being investigated by him. Allegedly, allegedly. Do you gang gang? I'll be outside with my gang. I don't know why I love it when Wolfgang Amadeus says that. It's just the way he says it. It's so, I don't know why. It's adorable. It really is cute. Uh, uh, Archangel Michael, what you over here? What's going on? I'm looking at multiple chats because different people is posting in different places. So now apparently I'm keeping up with two chats. I got two chat to keep up with. Two chat. I I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Y'all over here going buck. Y'all over here they're having a Barney. Ooh, wait a minute. Who's getting? Ooh, Yamche. Yamche, somebody reported you. What is going on over here? Y'all cracking. Y'all cracking this morning. Y'all cracking hard. I, I don't know what to do with y'all. I don't. So anyway, can we get the likes up? This is crazy. We almost at 300 people. Like no, we over 300 people. Top of the morning, we ain't got 300 likes. That's crazy. No, but seriously, I don't. Does anybody? Nobody knows this big homie guy. But I think I got a lead on what his real name is, and I will be checking that out. See, that's the thing. I'm going to investigate him for real. I'm going to treat it like a real investigative journalism piece. I want to get all the way to the bottom of who this guy is that is now making up stories about me online. Like, I'm not doing like I do with the other trolls and or should I call them federal informants. I'm not going to do that. No. Him, I am going to take my time and I am going to get to know exactly who he is. So when I am speaking to him and when I am addressing him and when I am, whatever the case may be, I know exactly who I'm talking about. I want to know who I'm talking about. I don't want to talk to any more faceless, anonymous people. I don't. I don't. I'm tired of it. It's tiresome. It's just tiresome. All these fake people, like who wants to talk to a bunch of fake people? It's weird. I, it's just weird. It's weird. Arguing with phantoms, it's weird. It don't make no sense. Arguing with phantoms, arguing with weirdos. Like, let's just be honest. Who is this guy? Who is he? What I will tell you is that he's not as awesome as this was. This was fantastic. That salmon cooked out just right with the roasted vegetables and the seared spinach with the fresh chopped garlic. Ooh, rough chopped garlic too. Oh, so it's nice and robust flavor and that basmati rice. It really just was a lovely thing. He wasn't that lovely. He's not this lovely. Not at all. Not at all. But seriously, though, oh, you don't need to catch up on that much, lovely. You ain't that far behind. We're sitting here trying to figure out, you know, Why this weirdo CC running around? Now he's running around telling people that I'm definitely guilty and I was in a blue car. What blue car? Set in the West. Do you know what blue car CC talking about? Because for somebody that's threatening lawsuits, he keeps running around making up a whole bunch of crap. I, I'm trying to understand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all is going ham in this chat. Exactly. He's running around telling people that I'm guilty. I know the fake police, and I was definitely in a blue car. What blue car? See, he sounds just as stupid now as he did when he was going back and forth with Denai Ricketts. And Denai Ricketts was trying to pull his card for whatever he had going on with WAC 100. And he want to sit up there, man, I ain't going back and forth with no homosexuals. I'm not going back and forth. He dodged and ducked and ran from Denai so fast. He ran from Denai like he knew he had a hot pepper to put up his booty. Because as short as Lil Not Not is, he could have definitely ran up behind CC and stuck a hot pepper up his behind, and before he know it. That's why I couldn't even believe that somebody would think that Not Not was 5'11". 5'11" in what world? In what world is that boy 5'11"? He's barely taller than me. At best, he 5'9". At best. At best. He did. Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Ooh, ooh, somebody about to be in trouble, trouble. Mm-mm. Look, Samantha, who you telling? Look, my name's Paul, and that's between y'all. That ain't got nothing to do with me. There's moderators in the chat. I am not here for it. I am not here for it. I am minding my business. I can't. I can't. I can't. Look, we up in here tripping. No, but seriously, who is this guy? I tell you what I do know. The second that he got online, he started trailing behind everywhere I was. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. And I think we're going to. Oh, hey, Azaleas. I think I'm going to. No, I'm serious, because I need to know who this big head nigga is. Running around talking about I'm in some blue car and I know the fake police. Like you? You mean you? Oh, in the blue car. At least he didn't say it was a white Bronco. Wow, now he's just making up all kind of fake like details, right? Now is blue cars and fake police and I'm guilty and I'm this and I'm that and whoopty woo and yada yada yada. I mean, that's what they all do. They all start acting real arrogant. They all start, because that's how you save face. Like that's how you save face. When you know you're wrong. Making somebody about to get in trouble, trouble. Like I said, we got to get to the bottom. We got to get to the bottom. We really do. We got to get to the bottom of what's actually going on because this guy is just, I don't know. I think he thinks that if he goes back and forth with me, he gonna get thank you for the contribution, Mick. And you Somebody gonna get you. You keep on starting trouble. Somebody gonna get you. But seriously, like I want to know. I want to know who this guy is. Hmm. Let's just have a little Google session with the big guy. Big homie CC Wikipedia. There isn't a prominent Wikipedia page for Big Homie CC, but search results point towards Sean Diddy Combs, often called Big Homie, and his legal issues, or possibly figures in true crime like Omar Porty, who was linked to racketeering and convicted in 2002, suggesting that CC might be a typo for someone involved in criminal enterprises, but no direct match for Big Homie CC on Wikipedia. Like, it's wild. Like, there's nothing. It's like he's just he's just this mythical, magical creatures. Okay, let's look up Big Homie CC client list. Big Homie CC, real name unknown, is a former celebrity bodyguard who has provided security for several high-profile individuals. His most notable former client is Sean Diddy Combs, but he has also mentioned working with or around other celebrities. Based on various interviews, y'all hear that? He's like, you know Michael Clark Duncan has passed away. He married Omarosa, and then that was it. He kicked the bucket. That bitch, man. Ooh. What was that book she wrote? The Bitch Switch or some shit? She must have turned that switch on and turned him off. That's funny. He survived the electric chair and couldn't survive Omarosa. And she couldn't survive the White House. Got drug out there across the by her lace front. Embarrassing. I would rather be accused of stealing a truck than being drug out of the White House by my lace front in the middle of the night in the ungodly hours. Ungodly. Ooh. So this is where we get to the crux of it. Now it says that Big Homie CC, even though his real name is unknown, is a former celebrity bodyguard. Former celebrity bodyguard. Okay? Based on various interviews and reports, individuals and entities, Big Homie CC has been associated with in a professional security capacity. Sean Diddy Combs, Dwight Howard, Meek Mill, Gucci Mane, and unnamed NFL player's wife. Like, this is all sounding so made up. He has also described encounters or situations involving other celebrities such as Wiz Khalifa, LeBron James, Cardi B, Offset, King Von, Busta Rhymes, and Jamie Foxx. But it is not always clear from the sources whether they were his direct clients or individuals he encountered while working with others. Dwight Howard's, Meek Mill's, Cardi B, Big Homie CC reveals. Like, Keith Lux. Oh, he is on Instagram. We should look him up. Okay, he's got 83,000 followers, 1,500 posts. Keith Lux. Let's see. Let's see more about what he got going on over here. Should I follow? Followed by Ayasha Lashebe, Real Life Joker, and 3 others. Off the Grid Network, Brother Son Protector, CC, Ghoul, God Protect Women and Kids, Fight Evil, powered by Stallion Gear, bookings at Shannon Lux. I'm assuming that's his wife. Okay, so this is a family business, huh? Okay, so when was this? Okay, here we go. August 30th, 2025. Okay, this is him. Okay, is this Kenya? Does he have the location marked? St. Barnabas Mission School was a success. We fed and gave clothes and tampons to the girls at the orphanage. Okay. Oh wow, this dude, he really playing it out. He really playing it out. You want to know what's funny? This structure could be anywhere. This structure could be anywhere. That's the funny thing about it. But I'm looking at who he's adding. OTG Cast, Sir Wolf, Real Life Street Stars, Cam Capone News. He's tagging a bunch of bloggers. 607 Unk Unbelievable Truths on Life. Okay. Big Homie CC and 607 Unk. Wow, they've done a lot of stuff together. Now, this is wild because this post is this pinned? This is weird. December 4th is the first post up, and then May 30th, and then August 30th, 2025. Are these things done in order of how many? Okay, so he has it from most popular. Okay. December 4th, 2025. Okay, so this post here on Instagram got 177. And then the next most popular got 124,000. And then, oh, the one from Africa, it didn't get the one with the orphanage that only got 1,700. I guess don't nobody give a damn about the kids. Ain't that wild? Oh, hey, Diamond, welcome to Jag Nation. And then okay, and then 400 and 300. Okay, now this got 3,000, and this is from a couple of days ago. So he be really on Instagram. Okay, 11,000, 3,000. Free Duger. Oh, his friend in jail. Oh, wow. Him and Orlando were just together a few days ago. My God. I, I wonder if they were in Vegas. Isn't that where Orlando is with his chicken business? I guess Big Homie CC was with I mean, but he's doing stuff with Cam Capone, so as we know, his they film in Vegas, so I guess they're all out in Vegas. I've never really paid attention. I don't pay attention to these people on social media at all. I really don't. I'm sitting here looking. I mean, the truth is, his YouTube channel isn't impressive at all. His Instagram is okay. It's okay. Like it's not. It ain't over here killing it. Really isn't. Is he a clout chaser being used as a plant on Instagram? Well, not Instagram, but YouTube, because he definitely gets more views on YouTube than he does on the gram. You know, I'm gonna have now see now I got no choice. I just find it kind of wild that because I'm looking to see if there's more videos from Africa. And I'm really not seeing a bunch. I just see the one at the orphanage so far. I don't see for somebody who was out there, where is this? Okay, it's good to be back in my country, but where are the Africa pictures? Because it's just, I see this one thing, this one post at this orphanage that could have been in Missouri for all we know. Like, where's Africa? Secrets of the Palace of Kings. Salute to Germany, Italy, Virginia. What the hell? Muhammad? What? Did a non-human entity give Muhammad the Quran? This is the kind of stuff we talking about on Instagram? People really be buying into the weirdest dudes. They really do. I'm trying to, where's Africa? I'm not, how far back do I gotta scroll? How far back do I gotta scroll to see Africa? Because there's no way he lived in Africa for 6 months and we ain't got more pictures of Africa. Okay, this is November 1st. 80% of African Americans cannot afford to go back to Africa. Okay, well, that's not actually Africa. Okay, I'm scrolling my ass off. Who's saying peace? She back? I would never support you anymore letting MFers like that run the chat. Letting MFers like who? What's going on? Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm over here doing live research and people is who's complaining? What's going on in the chat? Why is everybody picking on Yamj this morning? This is crazy. Y'all, oh, okay. If you're ending your subscription, then you're ending your subscription. I just don't understand what the hell is going on. Yamj don't even have a wrench. minute though. I'm trying to figure out how Yamjay did anything. Yamjay don't even have a wrench in his chat. How is Yamjay removing people? I don't know. I don't know. But what I will say is have a wonderful Sabbath. Enjoy your day with God. Is this a man in makeup? Let me find out big. Ooh, with the exotic taste, huh? Because that looks like a whole dude. That don't look like no real girl. Looks like an albino glorilla. The man version. I don't. Yamjay, you can't remove anybody. You don't have a wrench. You would need a wrench in order to be able to do this. I'm sitting here still scrolling looking for Africa. Is this Africa? No, that's not Africa. Okay, I guess this is supposed to be liquid DNA all over a porch. My encounter with a reptilian human. Life is Spiritual presents his encounter with a reptilian. Ooh. Oh, this is wild. This is wild. This is really wild. Did he actually bodyguard Jalil White? Free Big Dugar. I guess Dugar locked up, huh? Okay, wait a minute. It's going down over here in NBS. Just a regular day in Somalia. I thought he was in Kenya. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still looking for pictures of Africa. Like him in his African life. Because you could just take a bunch of videos and you can post them up and pretend like you was there. But I'm looking for something that looks a little bit more authentic. I don't know. It's going to take a lot more than this. It's going to take a lot more than this to convince me that this dude relocated to Africa for 6 months in fear of his life because Diddy was going to send somebody to come get him, and now he's back. I don't know. Maybe he should have thought twice before he crossed my mind. Because I don't think this is going to go so well looking at his Instagram. Looking at his Instagram, it's kind of telling me that as I continue to dig into his life, I'm going to find what I'm looking for. See, that's the sad part about it. Posing with firearms. Interesting. Now we're sitting here looking through the gallery. Like, he's got a bunch of stuff posted up here. Oh no, take my like back. No, I don't want to listen. Jesus, man. I'm sitting here looking. I'm just trying. I keep scrolling and 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 I keep scrolling. And this is December 26, 2024, when I know he was still in the United States. Liked by Golden Aries Yogi. She over there? A lot of people I know over here on Big Homie CC page. That's interesting. I kept scrolling and kept scrolling. I just missed all of the highlights from his life in Africa. I wonder why. Wonder how come. Yam J, we are a 100K subscriber platform now. We sure are. No, I'm looking for Africa and I'm really not seeing any evidence that someone who spends as much time on social media as he does was there. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of evidence of Africa. I'm just not. Keith Lux. Client list. We're not sure who his client list is or isn't. We're not sure. Big Homie CC likely refers to Sean Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, a billionaire music mogul, and while his exact net worth. So, Big Homie CC is associated with Sean Combs. Why are they? This is weird. So you got Big Homie CC being referred to Diddy. You got Big Homie being referred to an MMA fighter. And Keith Lux, I don't know. I guess we're going to see how much Lux he's got. I guess we're going to find out. What's his age? How old is this nigga? Oh, he's born in 1984, just like Candace Owens. Or was she born in 86? I think she was born in 84. Yeah, so he's in his early 40s. See, no. See, that's the wrong Big Homie CC. That's not, yeah, that's not even, no, that's not him. They got Big Homie CC age and it says Emmanuel Newton. That's not Big Homie CC. You see what I'm saying? Like, he chose a name that creates so much ambiguity that it's just all over the place. It's all over the place. Auntie Leah, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm just trying to figure it out. I want to know. I want to know who this dude is. Before we get to arguing while he running around calling me all kinds of liars and carrying on. Like, he's funny. He is funny. Looks like he's just YouTube famous. But if I go and let me pull back over here. Let's see images. Okay. Bunch of pictures in real life, bunch of pictures of Cam Capone, pictures with no jumper. There's pictures that they have where they've cropped in celebrities that he said he allegedly worked with, but I don't see not one Getty image here. Not one. Power 98.3. So he's made it to the radio with his tall tales. Wow, they actually got the Dark Forces with Ron. They got Ron in his imaging list for, and oh, that's Big Homie Yerp. My new life is boring. So that's him, a woman, and a child. I guess that's his wife. I'm still trying to see where we're going to see him with any of the people that he said he worked with, because I don't hear nobody confirming that they knew him. None of the people that he say he guarded. Has anybody put a 2 in the chat? Yeah, Ron from Atwood. Like, I'm looking at all of his pictures. Um, his pictures, his image search. And there's nothing. They don't got no pictures of him here with any celebrities. They don't have no nothing. Nothing. I'm looking. My question is if he ain't got no Wikipedia, his client list is uncertain, he ain't got no pictures with any of the people that he talks about to back up any of it, how do we know that any of it's real? How do we know? Put a 2 in the chat if any of y'all have ever seen a actual photo with like actual photos with his celebrity clients. Like, seriously, I want to know if anybody has seen it, because if I'm wrong, I want to know that I'm wrong. Celebrity client. Now this is wild, because if I pull up Gene Deal, he has actual pictures with celebrities. I can Google throwback pictures of him with actual celebrities. And Gene ain't got a lot of pictures on Google, but he got his pictures with Diddy. He's got his pictures, him and Wolf around. Like, he's got his pictures with Biggie. Like, and Gene ain't got a lot of pictures in Google. Not a lot. You want to know what's funny? I got pictures of me as an artist. I got pictures of me as a commentator and an advocate. And I've got more pictures than both of these so-called people wrapped up together. And pictures with celebrities, like actual celebrities that I work with, because I am a celebrity. Isn't that funny? Isn't that something? I'm actually a celebrity. Like, if I put in Jaguar Wright and I pull up images, man, all kinds of stuff pops up. All kinds of stuff. But I'm telling you, the more I look for Big Homie CC online, the less I find. The less I find. And see, what I'm not going to do is somebody like me, who you can go and Google, and you can Google me for over 30 years of information. I'm not going to be called a liar and be disrespected by a nigga that I can barely fucking find anywhere than on a bunch of snitch platforms and Instagram. How about that? Chasing after the smell of my ass on YouTube, so he can get him a moment to try to line me up. How crazy does that sound? I mean, seriously. I'm supposed to be worried about some nigga who don't nobody really know, that came from out of nowhere with less information by at least 90% online than me. And everybody's supposed to believe him. For what? For what? Who the fuck is he? That I'm supposed to be worried about the lies that come out of his mouth. And he want to run around talking about easy lawsuits. I got one. Because perpetrating a fraud online, especially if you've collected any money or gathered any money doing it, that would make you no different than the brick lady. Like if you've been sitting online selling yourself as a celebrity, this and that, and as a this and that, and it turns out it was all a fucking lie, then that would means that every instance, every cash app, everything that you done would be wire fraud. That would make you a scam artist, is what it would make you. Because if you get online selling yourself as something and you not that, and there's no evidence that you were, and all anybody's doing is taking your fucking word for it, that would make you a fraud. That would mean all of that money that you've been making on those interviews and all of that money that these podcasters have been giving you, they've been giving you that money to lie. Wait a minute, isn't that what people be trying to accuse me of? Huh. I swear to God, it's. Let me put on the right face. Can I find the right face? Where's the right face? I need to. Yeah, this is the face. This is the face I need. You want to sit around and call me a liar, but we can't find shit about you. I'm sitting here going through your Instagram. I go all the way back to 2024 when I first fucking heard of your ass, fucking met your ass. I can't find no real like pictures of you in your home in Africa or around or whatever the case may be. I mean, you were supposed to be out in the middle of fucking nowhere. You shouldn't be worried about posting. You could post this and you could post that. And you could post this and you could post that. I see a post from an orphanage. I see you in Somalia. You was living in Kenya for all of that time, but you got posts all through it. Like, what's going on? You need another sweatshirt? Listen to me. I like the sweatshirts too. They're very great for this time of year. Can you get a shirt with this face on it? No, I'm just trying to figure it out. No, seriously, because I want to know. Because if you're going to sit around and you're going to talk cash money bullshit about me, and now you're running around talking about I'm guilty, you're running around talking about a blue car, you're running around talking about this, you're running around talking about that, you're calling people liars, you're saying that people was coming on to you, you're saying that people was fist fighting in Jesus Christ 11s in the parking lot at night. Like you saying a whole bunch of stuff, but you saying a whole bunch of stuff or what? I guess people just take people's word for it. I guess that's what they're doing now. I guess all you have to do is get online and sound convincing and people will believe you. I guess that's really what it's all about, because that's the face that I got right now. I'm sitting here. If you are everything that you say you are, sir, I should be seeing evidence of it. It shouldn't be that hard to find you. I should have at least one picture with you and one of these celebrity clients. As many pictures as Jamie Foxx takes, and you telling me there's not one picture with you around at all. Not one. There have been several pictures where Jamie Foxx has popped up with security, and you've seen the security in the picture. As big as your ass is, you cannot be missed. Where is the evidence of you, sir? Because the evidence of me has been online forever. Yeah, I'm not gonna have my very easily found self being questioned by what's looking like a fucking scam artist online. And I'm serious. Every Cash App, every fucking payment. If you are a fraud, you have been defrauding the public, you have been collecting money. That's considered wire fraud, G. That's a federal crime. They didn't teach you about that in snitch school, allegedly. The simple fact that you showed up on No Jumper, telling your story and why you've come to the internet. Bullshit. Pussy, you came to the fucking internet to be a detractor for me, just like Allie Carter and the rest of the fucking frauds. Allegedly, in my opinion. He waited in the car during parties. Tell me something. How are you a bodyguard of a celebrity, but you're waiting in the car? You holding the car down while your client is inside? Is that how Jamie Foxx got busted in the head with a bottle? He's hiring bodyguards that stay in the car. Because if Jamie Foxx is hiring bodyguards that stay in the car, then I see how he got busted in the head with that bottle at Mr. Chow's, one of the safest restaurants in all of Beverly Hills, and that nigga got hit with a 40. Like I'm just trying to figure it out. Cause see, this is what all of this, all of my looking got my face looking like, G. You bodyguarding in the car? You waited in the car while your clients was inside? Or was you the backup? Did the real bodyguards go inside? Was you bodyguarding the people or bodyguarding the car? With regards to a Diddy party, he waited in the car. Oh, that's what he did. Cause see, Gene Deal, when Gene Deal was bodyguarding Diddy, Diddy would be in hotel rooms and shit like that. He would be locked up in the room, and Gene would be sitting outside the door. Like that story that Gene Deal told about Ja Rule coming out bucking naked. And he was in the room with Diddy, and it was like, yo, some freaky stuff going on in there. Gene was standing in the hallway, guarding the door, not sitting in a car. How does that work? No, I'm serious. Like, how does that work? How does that work? How? So, what? Puffy started, working on discount. Like he didn't want to pay that kind of money. I don't understand. It sounds like big homie says a lot of things. The question is, if he can lie on me that easily, what else has he lied about? If he wants to keep tripling down on his lies, talking about I was in some blue car and I'm running with the fake police, he needs to start proving things. Matter of fact, he needs to start proving everything. Everything. This was such a big mistake, because for anybody, whoever it was that put him up to this bullshit, whatever value he had to them in his disinformation campaigns, I hope he got his fill. I hope he got all of the $10,000 interviews and all of that, because what I'm going to make sure is that he's worthless in 2026. Like, I'm going to make sure don't nobody want to fucking pay him ever the fuck again. I'm going to make sure maybe people start asking for refunds. See, you can't play with me like that. Don't play with me. And you should think both ways before you cross my mind. Because whether or not you're a cop or you're just a snitch, integrity is integrity. And the second you have the audacity to call me a liar, I have the audacity to question your validity. See, I get questioned daily. I got people, all kinds of people from all kinds of walks of life questioning me, and I got to live up to the scrutiny. And guess what? The truth keeps coming forward. The truth keeps coming forward. And I keep standing. And everybody who's questioned me has ended up falling to the wayside at one point in time or another, or got caught out there looking like a whole damn fool. I guess it's your turn, CC. I guess it's just your turn. But if I gotta get questioned as much as I get questioned, as much as people call me a liar and then they keep ending up being wrong, if I get questioned, so do you, CC. Or whatever your name is, Keith Lux. You get questioned too. You don't get to just question me and put the moniker liar on me without having to be held into account your goddamn self, sir. This is the Sabbath, and on the Sabbath we tell the truth for fun. And I'm telling you now, sir, you lied on me. And now it's time to find out what else you done lied about. I'm looking through your life. You're a public figure now. It should be easy to track you down. Why are you so hard to find? Your videos is everywhere. You're a very viral individual. You not being that careful with your persona. You're all over Instagram prostituting yourself. Like, you can't make it seem like I mean, I guess you've been getting away with it, so, whatever. I'll tell you what, keep calling me a liar. I'm going to make sure your platforms are so devalued. You'll be begging that Kimmy bitch to give you an exclusive interview again so you can lie on me and she can sit there and lie with you. Fuck was you doing sitting with that Kimmy bitch anyway? Fuck was you doing fucking around with the knot? If you all are the nigga that you say you are, what the hell were you doing with a lot of the content creators you were dealing with? Because they were all trolls. They were all new media weirdos. What did you tell Frag? I'll do an interview with you, but we can't talk about Jaguar Wright. Is that about to change? You gonna go over there and talk about it now? Her channel could definitely use it. She is struggling. And she's Oh, but she's not monetized. And I think somebody said something about she was living off of ramen noodles. So she probably couldn't afford to pay it. Was she able to pay you the last time you went to go sit with her? You or Reggie Wright? Like, how was she getting these kind of interviews? Was it just being passed on to her? Who was paying for it? With the kind of money y'all like to charge? I don't know. But I tell you one thing, if Brick Lady gets to go to jail for defrauding the public and getting dough, the rest of y'all should too. Hmm. 99-cent ramen. Her platforms got demonetized. She over there begging for Cash App and PayPal. Doing she down bad. So you know. We eat at 5-star ramen restaurants. I don't think she could afford to do that. But then again, I could make 5-star ramen at home. I just need the ingredients. Did y'all not see that salmon? Did y'all not see that salmon that I cooked earlier? Like, I feel so bad because it's such a close up. But I just wanted to, so you could see the texture. Just look at that seared spinach. You can see the garlic. Can you get a bagel? I haven't made bagels in a while. Look at that salmon with the roasted vegetables. Oh, it was medium well, so juicy. Over that flaky basmati rice and that spinach. Oh, it was perfect. I actually have a whole nother portion. Oh, the rice is perfect. I'm telling you, look, I don't be playing. I don't be playing. If I want a gourmet meal, I can cook it at home. I don't have to beg supporters online to buy me food and to send me money because all I can eat is oodles and noodles. No. As long as I can get the groceries, I can eat very well. No, no, that rice was flaky. Perfect. Perfecto. Do you see the garlic just just permeating through that fresh seared spinach? Mm-mm-mm-mm. And peppers and onions, perfectly roasted and charred right over that. And I did a lovely lemon truffle butter drizzle over that salmon. Oh my goodness. The truffle all in the butter and the lemon and it perfecto. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's not a lie. I just took that picture. I could go and pull up the metadata and show you. Stop playing. Y'all know how I love me some salmon. I love me some salmon. Sure do. Let me go. Make me a bologna sandwich. You a mess, Leah. Long as I got the groceries, I'm straight. I'm strizzonate. Wait a minute, I know how to turn bologna into sandwich. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Let us pray. Indeed. Home cooking is the best cooking. And guess what? You ain't got to worry about who's trying to kill you. Like my grandma used to say, my grandma Georgia, never get used to eating by strange hands. Good morning. I hope you get your answers about CC. Gonna replay later. Oh, okay, Kiki. Oh, listen to me, honey. We gonna get the answers. You know me. If I want to know something, I'ma find out. I'ma find out. But yeah, no, I got an early start, so I think I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna see what I'm gonna have for brekkie brek. It's time for brekkie brek for me. Have me some brekkie brek. I don't know. I might go live later on today. There's some stuff that's going on. Yes, thank you. Indeed. Like I said, y'all, I'm sick and tired of going back and forth with people who I don't know from here on out. If I got an issue with somebody, I'm going to make sure I know exactly who the hell they are before I allow myself to get too invested in being offended, insulted, or compelled to engage. The biggest mistake I've made on YouTube has been engaging or being compelled to engage with people who I really don't know. Now, the trolls that I was researching and I was looking into, that was research. But when I'm thinking about those moderators, people like Bridget Wheaton, people like Kimberly Smith, that Lene person, I don't even know if that was her real name. That Ka Kinzu boy, I don't even know if that's his real name, for real, for real. These people, they just come with names. For crying out loud. There was Naomi, Brown Diva. You know what I mean? But the truth is they could have been lying about those names too. And that's what's wild. Because Ann Smith, somebody said she was a man and her real name was Jack Wynell. She said that Jack Wynell was her partner. People said that she was Jack Wynell. I don't know. See? Dealing with strangers. And these people, I sat with them in chats multiple days a week, sometimes multiple times a day. Let them into my life. That will never happen again. That will never happen again. Because those assholes were sitting there working with people who were trying to gaslight me into harm. And they were helping. They were collecting and gathering information about my real life. When I saw Naomi, when I saw Brown Diva sitting over there with them toothpick Avenger people, I said, my God, this is where they all came from. They all came from either Avenger land or they came from them Burger King Crown people land, pretending, controlled opposition while they were sitting there in my face. When I think about all of the personal information about me that was being pumped out online, I would have to say at least a quarter to third of it came from the moderators, the spies. I used to listen to that robot hoe sit there and, I got spies. I know everything about you. Oh, and there's one of your moderators who you really love and you really care about. Oh, you think just because you got rid of one, I don't have more spies? The reason why you were saying that, you goofy bitch, is because they were all spies. And what's really sad is, What's really, 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 really sad is that you admitted it, whether you know it or not. You always talk about how, oh, Jag is so sensitive and you can make her do this and you can make her do that if you do this and if you do that. Bitch, I did the same to you. Because every moderator that I burned, and I burned them slowly, I did that on purpose. I let them get comfortable. You want to know what's funny? Every time I made each one of them, I would give them bad information intentionally to run back to you and the rest of the weirdos. Sure did. I give them all bad information and then wait for it to pop up. And that would always let me know my confirmation. So when I burned them, if they came up with a, oh my God, Jack did this to me, Jack did that to me, I could say for a fact that it was absolute and utter bullshit. Like, I never burned a troll that I didn't have irrefutable proof was a betrayer or a spy, even when I already knew it. Shit, some of them I let sit around for months, knowing exactly who they were. I had already had Ann made 2 weeks in. Ann Smith was sitting around for a year, cover blown. But I needed to know where she was reporting information to. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers if you actually think I wasn't getting out of it what I wanted as well. Like, from the second that y'all played that game with Ayasha and the PayPal, the way that whole thing went down, and the way Kimmy jumped right on it to get rid of Ayasha, to try to convince me that Ayasha had stolen from me and it all came from Ann Smith, I already knew. I knew then that Ann was a spy. But see, it was the strategic feeding of information that I needed her to do. Imagine my surprise when I found out she came from Sherelle's world and that she was collaborating with you. Robot scum. Huh. Bridget Wheaton sitting there pretending she was working with Brandy Whitehurst the whole time. That whole situation with her going back and forth with incoming ignorance. It's the Jaguar Wright Effect. No more, no less. There are no other effects. It's just me. But I guess imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Interesting. They staged that whole thing. Bridget Wheaton went over there pretending to be a supporter of mine and then getting stalked and getting harassed like they always did the damsel in distress. And then they would come over, Jag, oh my God, I've been following you. I'm such a supporter of yours, and I went over there because they were lying on you, and now they're all stalking me, and can I be your moderator? And I want to defend you, and I would. They all did the same shit. Damsel in distress. Oh, baby girl, Tay. If you only knew. If only you knew how much I do. Oh, I was looking both ways before you crossed my mind. And you should look both ways before you cross my mind. You nearly got run over. Mm. They literally sat over there and staged that fight. I always knew Kai was a piece of shit. I had his ass blocked on Instagram and never unblocked him. He had to create a whole nother account. I made him create a whole nother account. If I blocked him initially, it was because he was trolling me. Saddest part about it was he started trolling me when he was 15, 16 years old. That boy wasn't even old enough to be engaging in this kind of fucking content. And now he's sitting around here, a whole fag hag, hanging out with a bunch of old women, talking, talking like he carry a pocketbook and like he sit down to pee. Like that's what he's doing with his life. I'll never forget when the robot busted him out and we found out how old he was because he was running around lying to everyone, telling everyone he was 25, 26 years old. He was playing it off so good that idiot Kimberly Smith was sitting there brooming with a G, a 17-year-old boy, sitting there talking to him about all kinds of sexual things and stuff like that. Sure did. I thought he was 25, 26. Then she got online to bust him out to make him show his ID. He didn't want to show his ID. So the robot instead went, hunted him down on TikTok and found all of his pictures from junior high. Come to find out the little nigga had just turned 18 years old. We ain't even know. He was lying. But he had already been stalking me for 3 years, which means he started stalking me when he was 15, going on 16 years old. These people are pathetic. And they say I'm mentally ill. These are the people calling me mentally ill. Teenage liars who want to sit up underneath old black women so they can learn how to be proper fags. So they can learn how to carry pocketbook and talk like women. Bitch talk. For a young man, it's unacceptable whether you gay or not. It's unacceptable. His mother, some old wench on welfare somewhere in Connecticut, I believe. But like I said, I really don't know these people all that well. They make everything up. Yeah, yeah, he could be a Charlotte gay. He's definitely a Charlotte fag. But but with him, I really tried to be good natured to him because I wanted to give him the opportunity to realize you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to be like this. You ain't got to be this person. You ain't got to be this way. But he chose to be a piece of shit ass troll. So, fuck him and his future. That's what he chose for it. So, what am I going to do? I ain't his fucking mammy. I did send the kid money when he needed it from time to time. One time I sent him money so he could go out and get himself a seafood dinner. Treat him to something nice. We were decent to him. Put money together to help him get his YouTube equipment. We did all kinds of stuff. Child, the little nigga started trolling me when he was 15 years old. Where the fuck was his mom? Because she definitely wasn't paying attention to what his goofy ass was doing online. Like, It's just insane. And it's insane that we didn't find out how old he really was until the robot stalked him. Like, that's how much of a stalker she is. That she stalked, she was the one that found out he was an underage kid and had been online consorting with all these adults. We didn't even know. She found it out. She stalked his social media until she found him. And then they sat up there and wanted to embarrass him offline, calling him Shakira, Shakira, because he was overweight and he had big, roomy, female looking hips. And that's where they started calling him the Shakira, Shakira, the hips don't lie. Now, I find it funny. She was sitting there talking about how inappropriate it was for him to be one of my moderators, but you're sitting there stalking and harassing a kid and then talking about what's best for him. You literally went. I don't know that boy. This bitch wouldn't stop until, like, that's how much that's how much of a maniac she is. She tracked down that kid's TikTok and went through all of it until she found out that he had been in junior high school just a few years before. I can't imagine being that much of a weirdo that I literally spend hours going through years of someone's social media just so I can find a way to bully them, harass them, or blackmail them. Like, you gotta be some kind of special kind of fucked up in your mind. Like, all of this time and all of this shit with big homie CC, I didn't even know he had an Instagram until I started Googling him. I didn't even know he had an Instagram. You want to know why? Because I mind my fucking business. I mind my business. I got too much going on in my life to be that worried about sticking my nose in someone else's affairs. See, when you got business of your own, when you have a life, you don't have time for that. You don't. I lie to you not. I had no idea I had no idea that that big ass nigga had an Instagram account. And I didn't know, and for all of his viral views on YouTube, his Instagram is sparse. Like, I'm pushing like 400K and I don't even be there. I don't even be there. I get new follows every day. I don't even be there. This nigga over there working. He over there working. Like, it's just interesting to me. Only reason I found out he had an Instagram today was because I went and just sat here and now there's evidence, there's proof because I sat here and I did it live with y'all. See, I have a life. I got business of my own to mind. Now, when I decide to make something my business, yes, I can be quite the researcher, but I gotta care. I gotta be willing to put in, you know, effort to do all of that. That fucking weird robot bitch, that toothpick. Wait till people find out what she really into. Cause I'm telling you something right now. Anybody who goes around defending predators, like on the low, or supporting them in any way, yes, I cooked this. Yes, it's salmon with roast vegetables. There's peppers and onions, and that's fresh seared spinach with rough chopped garlic and basmati rice. Yes, I cooked it. And it was all done in a lemon butter truffle, well, truffle lemon butter sauce. It was fantastic. Tastes lovely, just really lovely. Really, really, really lovely. But yeah, no, like I was saying, Yeah, I don't have to eat oodles and noodles when I'm hungry. I just have to go in the refrigerator and cook. But no, what was I saying? Grand Rising Cat. No, what I'm saying is, I want y'all to imagine what that's like. Like how pathetic and how miserable. That's salmon. But and you want to know what's funny? Barbara, I got me some cod too. But I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna do a fish fry with that. I'm gonna fish fry that cod. And I'm probably gonna do it with a little mac and cheese with a touch of beef bacon and red onion. And I don't know, maybe a nice salad. Might do that. Yeah, I don't feel like eating any red meat. I got a nice steak, nice thick juicy steak. But usually now, I make a steak and it's for dinner, and then I say the rest for breakfast. With steak and egg. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got a life. I I don't have time. I don't do that. Like, oh, cat. We love you too. No, but it's like you got to think about that kind of effort. The last relationship that came into my life, the only people that knew that I was even interested in this person beyond a platonic level were my moderators. And the only reason they were able to figure that out was because we were all in the same chat, because that person was a moderator as well. That person had a wrench as well. And they could tell by the interaction that, there was a fondness. Like, that's what's wild. Like, imagine that. And if they think that nobody was able to put two and two together, that they were the ones running back and telling people what was going on in our chat. That's why that little boy Kai lost his mind the way he lost his mind when I said shut down the chats. Them motherfuckers lost their mind. They didn't know what the fuck to do because they didn't have nowhere to get no information. They couldn't talk to me. They couldn't say, you left us hanging where you're flocked and you're supposed to be. And what about the chats? Why are we in the chats? That's where we go to strategize, and that's where we go to figure out. And I'm like, see, you sitting here telling on yourself, little boy, because if you was really interested in talking to me, you had my direct phone number. You could have called me. Dummy. You could have called me, dummy. But no, you didn't call me. You just wanted me in the chat so y'all could find a way to sit there and chat me up and keep spying on my life so you could go back and keep telling my enemies. Ain't nobody stupid. I got all of the messages. I got all of the messages. And all of the information that y'all pried and prodded for ended up online and ended up as content for people who spy on my life. That's supposed to be a coincidence, Bridget Wheaton? Kai Kenzu, or whatever the fuck your name is? Kimberly Smith? That's supposed to be a coincidence? Naomi? Brown Diva? That's supposed to be a coincidence? Lady Exchange? Huh? That's supposed to be a coincidence, Ann Smith? That all of the little details that nobody knew but the people in that chat ended up being content on other people's channel online. Y'all didn't think nobody was able to put that together, and y'all would have to be mentally ill to think nobody noticed. Now look at y'all running around picking fights with each other for content, sitting there making fools of yourselves while your channels get deleted one by one for the fun of it, because you, you ain't got nobody worth spying on. I want y'all to think about that. That goofy robot bitch and her toothpick squad sat on social media and went through every social media app until they tracked down that young man's TikTok, and they got all of his pictures, and then they posted them all over line, making fun of him when he was in the 8th and the ninth grade, and how chubby he was, and how wide he was and roomy he was in the hips like a woman. They sure did. They did that to a kid, and then sat up there and say he ain't had no business being around Jaguar Wright because she was a bad influence while they were stalking him. And apparently his mama ain't getting no fuck because all of this shit was going on. And I don't think she knew. Like, I asked to speak to his mother on a few occasions, but of course he didn't let that happen, because me talking to his real mom would have done what? It would have given me real information about his real life, which would have, you know, put him in the crosshairs of being exposed and being held liable for all the nasty little shit he was doing online, little shit. Yeah. You know, that's the problem with the robot. She spends too much time going through people's social media accounts, but that's what they do. That's what they do, because they don't have no life. I dare to see any of them post a plate this fine, post a meal that they made with their own hands this fine online. I dare them. Like, how about you stop posting me, stop posting my personal life, people that I'm cool with, people that I love, people that I care about. Stop posting my kids. How about you post something that you cooked? How about you post something that you made, like something where you took time and lived and did something real. Like, see, that's why y'all all in everybody else's business, because y'all bitches ain't got none. Your lives are worthless. Y'all sit online going through everybody's business because you ain't got no business. You sit online going through everybody's lives, going through everybody's social media, looking for people that they have problems with, people that don't like them, because y'all hate people who are better than you. Oh, yeah, I intend to. Because I don't care what they dig up. I don't care what they think they find. There's no response. The only response is this: go get you some business. Because as long as you're saying things like Jaguar writes this or Jaguar writes that, like, y'all say my name more than you say your own. The only thing that proves is that y'all know you ain't shit and you know I'm everything. Yes, it's an onion. Red onion. And red and green peppers. Yes, yes, finely chopped. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure enough. Yeah, I was in that video. Just Friends, Sunny. Mm-hmm. That was us. That was us. It's so funny. It was supposed to have been Philadelphia, but actually it was in New York. And then they went and they grabbed clips of Philadelphia because they couldn't get permits to film in Philly. They had everything set up in New York, so we had to go to New York to pretend like we was doing a street corner cipher in Philly. But yeah, that was me. Yeah. Is Big Homie CC in any music videos? I'm curious. I don't know. I don't think so. Are any of these YouTubers in any music videos? Well, I don't know. Maybe some of the anonymous ones are. We wouldn't know. They're too ashamed to be themselves in real life online. They're too afraid. They've done so much bullshit that they can't show their real face in real life because they know the second that they do, somebody probably gonna run up on them and do something to them from all of the bullshit they done. The one thing you can guarantee though is it won't be me, because I got business. I got dinners to make. I got miles to hike. I got cuddles to get and movies to watch with popcorn. You gotta go get you some business. Like some of y'all are like half my age and younger, and all y'all do is sit online and stalk people. You need to go get you some business. Go get you some business. Go get you a life. Because I don't care what you put up. I don't. See, I know the truth about my life. I know the truth about what's in my life. I know the character of the people in my life. Those who I have that are close to me, that are loved ones and dear. My God. I know who they are. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. And the truth is, anybody who knows anybody that I got around me now, their character speaks for themselves. They don't need strangers who are afraid to show their own faces to give character synopsis of what other people think that they are who don't even know them, who just spend their time stalking. Like, you know what I'm saying, Kiki Eyes? It's just wild. Like, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how deflated they're going to feel because you already know they're watching this video. You already know they stalking this video. You already know they here with us. They are amongst us. And while they're sitting here amongst us in unclean kitchens with baby doll wigs on that look like, they got synthetic hair that got shriveled up in the sun and lipstick on their teeth and weird ass fucking headbands and just all kinds of strange shit. Just these motherfuckers are strange as shit. They have no lives. They go nowhere, they do nothing. It's y'all need to go get you some business. Y'all need to go get a life. Because what I can promise you is in 2026, nobody gives a shit about what y'all saying no more. For real, for real. Like, you're not gonna go viral doing the shit that you're doing. Every title that y'all use, clickbait and nasty and ugly and ragey and all of that shit, like, y'all realize if people go through your timelines, you've already done these titles. You've already said all of this shit. Like, at this point in time, you're just repeating the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. And you know what they say. When you keep doing the same thing over and over again and respect a different result, that's the definition of insanity. Some of y'all have been stalking me for up to 5 years. Like you gonna chase me offline or make me embarrassed or chase me away or chase people away from me or whatever the case may be. And the funny thing is it's all done the exact opposite. The exact opposite. Everything that y'all intended to do. See, God turned it around and used it for my good. Is it annoying? Yeah, it's annoying. Until it's time for me to get in the kitchen and make a fabulous meal like this. Especially when I get to share my supper and I get to see that smile on that face for the lovely fucking meal that I've cooked. Man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You honestly think sitting down having a lovely dinner like this, I'm worried about what any of y'all motherfuckers are saying about me? Not at all. Not at all. And shoot, have a nice bottle of wine. Man, I'm definitely not thinking about nothing. I'm definitely not thinking about nothing. But the question is what you doing? Hmm? Like, does anybody ask y'all trolls that? What did you have for dinner? What did you have for breakfast? What did you make? What do you cook for your family? Can you share pictures, recipes? Like, you know, y'all be so busy online. Do you have time to clean your house? Did you get to make your bed before you decided to start stalking people today? Because see, some people would say that you're insane if the first thing you do is get up and worry about stalking someone before you take care of your own life. There's some people that would call that insane. There's some people that would diagnose you for that. Y'all need to get you some business. Because doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And what I'm not going to do in 2026 is address the same lies coming from the same people who are essentially saying the same thing. No, I'll deal with more relevant people like this nigga. Because what's funny is this nigga came like a Russian Sputnik out of nowhere and did and ran all of y'all trolls for filth. Like if I was the trolls, if I was the new media troll farm, I would totally change and pivot and jump on this nigga. Because this nigga came out of nowhere and in less than 2 years, he outdid every last one of y'all. And making a shit ton more money than y'all are at this shit. Y'all motherfuckers sitting around begging for cash apps and shit. And this nigga sitting here bragging about getting $10,000 an interview. Are you kidding me? Y'all begging for cash apps. Sitting there going over fake baby mom gate. And sitting there like y'all got people online sitting there admitting to the fact that they made up fake pregnancies to steal money from subscribers, and y'all have these videos all over line. See, this is the thing that somebody really needs to do. Somebody who's got the time, because I don't. Because see, that brick lady, y'all remember the story about the brick lady, the one that went online and said that she got hit in the face with a brick by a guy that she met at a club. Turns out she had an allergic reaction and it never happened, and she went online and then she raised all of that money, right? Y'all know she just got, convicted in court. And not only does she have to give all of the money back, but she's barred from being online. because she used her online presence and her platforms to coerce people into giving her money under false pretenses. So I want to ask y'all something. If Tamari Huff Nicholas and Brian or Kiapra Henderson have been sitting online, or should I say sat online, pretended that he was having a baby with another YouTuber, and they literally collected money and had a virtual baby shower and collected money from subscribers for a child that did not exist. How is that any different than Brick Lady? You know what? Let's take a little poll on that. Put a 1 in the chat if it's different than Brick Lady. Put a 2 in the chat if that's exactly the same as Brick Lady. 1 in the chat if it's different than Brick Lady. 2 in the chat if it's the same. Brick Lady sat online, lied to people, said she got injured, and scammed thousands of dollars out of people online for something that did not happen to her. She didn't get hit with a brick. She had an allergic reaction. Brian or Kiapra Demontre Henderson and Tamari Huff Nicholas sat online. I want you to think about what you're putting in, Auntie Leah. Sat online. Wait a minute. Listen to what I'm saying. Sat online. I said if it's different than what Brick Lady did, put a 1. If it's the same as Brick Lady, put a 2. If it's different than Brick Lady, put a 1. If it's the same, put a 2. Oh, thank you, Miss Telly. Thank you for being here. If it's the same, put a 2. Brick Lady lied and said she was injured by a person when it was just an allergic reaction, lied, got thousands of dollars, and she was just convicted of fraud. And now she's barred offline. She has probation, and she has to return all of the money. Tamari Huff Nicholas and Brian or Kiapra Demontre Henderson sat on her YouTube channel, pretended that he had gotten another YouTuber pregnant, and collected money for a virtual baby shower for a child that did not exist. If y'all see that the same as Brick Lady, put a 2. If you think it's different, put a 1. If you think it's the same as Brick Lady, put a 2. If you think it's different, put a 1. They've done multiple videos. That goofy bitch Sammy did a video about it. The goofy bitch the robot did a video about it. I think A2 Titties did a video about it. Like, they're literally making, this is a crime that these people committed. And this goofy bitch Tamari Nicholas, by the way, she started out as a moderator for Denot Ricketts, the Twitch streamer guy who's been staging all this fake shit at courthouses. He staged the shit with Cardi B. He staged the shit with Gene Deal. She was his moderator. She was over there working with him when he was teaching my second husband how to grift and gaslight online and use my name to do it. She was one of his moderators, helping encourage all of the fraud that they had going on for the love of Goomba. So this bitch has been down with the shits for years, since 2023. How is Brick Lady being held accountable, and nobody is calling the police on Tamari Huff Nicholas, Brian or Kiopper Demontre Henderson in Chicago. How are they not calling the police on them and having them charged with wire fraud, theft? How not? How not? They're literally sitting here doing the exact same thing that Brick Lady did. And meanwhile, content creators are using the story for content and to also earn money off of the story. And this is what I find funny. This robot bitch, right? She's supposed to be an avenger and she goes after criminals and she takes down the bad guys. Then why hasn't she called the police in Chicago about Tamari and Big Homie Sip? Because that's the name that he goes by, Big Homie Sip. Why hasn't she called the police on them? I mean, God knows the robot has called down to the courthouse, called my bail bonds, called anybody and everybody that she can call trying to make a criminal out of me. But they're literally sitting here doing a story about these two idiots in Chicago, the new age version of Ren and Stimpy, fucking Pinky and the Brain looking ass niggas. They're literally sitting there making this content, knowing that they committed fraud, calling them out on it, but they ain't calling the cops. What kind of fucking Avengers are those? Because, see, what it sounds like to me is they're aiding and abetting wire fraud. See, that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like this robot bitch is doing. Because if you can call the police on me, if you can get body cam footage, and if you can call the police and call the DA and have people writing letters, and you can call bail bonds and you can do all of that shit for me. But these motherfuckers is literally sitting here committing crimes right in your face, and you're not doing the same. Sounds like you're aiding and abetting. Honestly, it sounds like that whole sector needs to be reported. Now, see, this is the thing. I got addresses of these people, where these people live. I know where these people work. Exactly. All for content, and they're federal crimes. Like, you can't call yourself an avenger of fucking shit. Nothing. If you're aiding and abetting federal fraud. For Beavis and Butthead, brain looking ass motherfuckers. Creating fake pregnancies so that they can use it for content after they robbed subscribers for a child that they knew didn't exist. Brick Lady was tried, convicted, banned offline, has to return all of the money, and has to spend some time in jail, and she has to do probation. But I thought they was Avengers. Are you Avengers, or are you co-conspirators after the fact? Because if you're not reporting, like if you're doing all of this time reporting on me for what you say I've done wrong, because y'all keep your heads so far up my ass, y'all think that my intestines are committing crimes when my stomach rumbles. Like, you got your head so far up my ass, if I have gas, you call the district attorney for and try to put assault charges over my gas. I'm just trying to figure it out because if you're supposed to be an Avenger and if you're supposed to be like so against crime and if you take down the bad guys and you do all of this, why don't you call over there to Chicago and have these federal frauds arrested yet? We know y'all know all about law enforcement. I mean, when it comes to the law, y'all in court records, y'all all over body cam footage and all kinds of shit. Yes, Your Honor, she farted. Yes, yes, yes. They would have me charged with attempted red rum for having diarrhea. That's how far they got their head stuck up my ass. But all you want to do is make content about a federal crime that y'all know happened and nobody reported them to the authorities. You only want to report me? Hmm? Put a 3 in the chat if that makes sense to you. Put a 4 in the chat if that sounds like bullshit. Because they're watching. I want them to see this. Put a 3 in the chat if that makes sense to you, that they're not reporting federal crimes that are happening on the platform, that they're actually doing stories about. Put a 4 in the chat if it sounds like, bullshit. Do y'all see this? Because I know you Avengers motherfuckers is in here watching. Y'all like calling the cops on people, right? Y'all like taking down criminals, right? Well, Tamari Huff Nicholas and Brian Kiopper Demontre Henderson, whatever his name is, Big Homie Sip, and Cat Medusa are federal criminals. They committed wire fraud. They stole money from subscribers, and every last one of y'all have made videos about how wrong it is and how terrible it is and how they need to return the money. When y'all gonna call the cops? When y'all gonna call the cops? Like, take a break from calling the cops on me. Why don't you? They committed a crime and y'all know it's a crime. Like, y'all was so busy chasing down that Quiet Storm nigga because, oh my God, he did this to his daughter and he did that to his daughter. Well, they sat up there and they made up a whole baby and stole money from people. Like, I thought y'all was Avengers. What y'all not? Y'all not gonna do your job? Like y'all be up in people's court records. Y'all be calling people's judges. Y'all be on the phone with the DA. Y'all be calling bail bond after bail bond after bail bond. She's a psycho. She's a psycho. Don't give her any bond. We know all about her. I have these AI pictures of her. She looks really crazy. Don't bond her. Don't bond her. Leave her in jail. Y'all call people's hospitals. She's a psycho. She's schizophrenic. You need to put her in a state hospital. Oh my God. She's crazy. She's crazy. Y'all be calling people's booking agents. Don't book her show. She's crazy. She has warrants. And if you book her show, we're gonna send the police there. And we're gonna fuck up your business. And we're gonna do this if you hire her. And you get like y'all do all of that. Y'all do all of that for me. But y'all know that Tamari Huff Nicholas, whose ex-husband works for Omar Gooding on his podcast, the Ascari Films nigga, and Kiopra Demontre or Brian Demontre Henderson, the big homie Sip nigga, who y'all now are finally acknowledging was having, extramarital affairs with Scat Medusa. When I said it, I was crazy. When I said it, I was wrong. Oh, Jag is just jealous. Jag thinks that he slept with everybody. 2 years later, oh well, now we know they were sleeping together and you were sleeping together. Like it's weird. If I say it, it's not true. If I say it, it's not real. But if y'all say it, it is. Like y'all people are retarded. So here we are. We're gonna hold you accountable. We gonna see exactly how much Avenger y'all is. We know y'all got their information. We know where they live. The way y'all stalk, if y'all was able to find Cobb through TikTok and find out how old he really was, then it should be light work for y'all to handle up on Tamari Huff Nicholas. And on top of that, y'all making a story about how her son is allegedly a SA rapist who did something to his cousin, and you got the cousin there, and you got the little girl online talking about how Tamari's son SA'd her in the home. You people pulling firearms on kids. Like y'all ain't calling the cops on nobody for none of this. What y'all avenging? Because what it sounds like is that there's a bias to your justice seeking. See, what it sounds like is that you're a gun for hire. What it sounds like is that y'all ain't worried about justice. You're worried about who you target. Now, see, Cat and Sip, they're your content right now because y'all haven't had no content on us. So you're not worried about getting them arrested, right? You're just worried about running them through the ground for content. Hmm, that's interesting. Like, because you can't keep running around trying to convince people that everything that you're doing for justice when you're sitting here entertaining crimes for content. So basically, y'all don't have to do most of the shit that y'all have done in my life. Y'all haven't had to call judges and bail bonds and all that. If you're not going to do it for Cat, then why are you doing it for me? Like, why? That doesn't even make any sense. You, you do it for one, but you won't do it for the other, but you call yourself a seeker of justice and an avenger and all of that goofy ass shit. Like, bitch, please. You need to get a life. You ain't got no life. And let your dead mama tell it, you ain't living right. You ain't got a type. Stalking content is all you really like. You ain't got no life. And let your dead mama tell it, you ain't living right. That's just real rap. So, on that note, this is Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil Sabbath. I thank everybody for being here. Appreciate the likes. We can use 100 more. Replay gang, please try to make sure you get us to 1,000. They're definitely they every kind of ist there is, they are. They race, they sex, they all the ist. Whatever the ist is, they it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They plagiarist. They all the ist. All that ist. The ist. Yeah. In it. Yeah. They all the ist. In it. Mm-hmm. Yep. You ain't got no life. You just gotta type. Stalking content is all you really like. You ain't got no life. and let your dead mama tell it you ain't living right. She crying from the grave. You know that bitch, right? She is crying. All there is in it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like I said, I'll be focusing on more relevant content, and y'all do whatever you want to do. But I do suggest either you get a life and give this online shit up, or if you're really gonna be a seeker of justice and an avenger, what I do suggest is that you start really cleaning up these YouTube streets, because Tamari Huff Nicholas and Brian Chiapra, Demontre Henderson, whichever ones he is, they're frauds. And that's a federal crime. And it's also wire fraud. All the cash apps, all the super chats, and they use a public social media platform as their mechanism to defraud the public. They should be charged. They should be kicked offline, just like Brick Lady. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know, because I'm starting to think that this Avenger thing is kind of bullshit, because it's sounding like it's a cover for being a hit squad of psychos. Because if you're really an Avenger, then you'll go after all crime. You won't go after some. You won't go after the ones you want. You'll go after all crimes. Yeah. Like y'all can't even, y'all dumb. Y'all stupid for real, for real. But all of this is being documented. Thanks. All right, guys. Yeah. You know what? One more time for the cheap seats. Ugh, that was dinner. Now what am I gonna make for breakfast? Mm, maybe an omelet. Omelet sounds good. Okay, guys. Gotta go. Bye. Shabbat shalom. Wait a minute. What does Cat say? Avengers isn't even a title they can claim. Laughing my ass off. Can't they get copyright struck for that? You know what? We should look into that. We should look into contacting Marvel and letting them know that there's these weirdos over here that are stealing all of their stuff. You know, she was stealing artwork from other artists and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Bye.